जीभ का रस, ठंग जूस। एक बूढ़ा राहगीर थक कर कहीं टिकने का स्थान खोजने लगा। एक महिला ने उसे अपने बाड़े में ठहरने का स्थान बता दिया। बूढ़ा वहीं चैन से सो गया। An old traveler got tired and started looking for a place to stay. A woman told him a place to stay in her enclosure. The old man slept peacefully there. सुबह उठने पर उसने आगे चलने से पूर्व सोचा कि यह अच्छी जगह है, यहाँ पर खिचड़ी पका ली जाए और फिर उसे खाकर आगे का सफ़र किया जाए। When he woke up in the morning, before moving ahead, he thought that this is a good place. Let's cook khichdi here and then eat it and then continue my journey. बूढ़े ने वहीं पड़ी सूखी लकड़ियाँ इकट्ठा की और ईंटों का चूल्हा बनाकर खिचड़ी पकाने लगा। बटलोई उसने उसी महिला से मांग ली। The old man collected dry wood lying there and made a brick stove and started cooking khichdi. He asked for a pot from the same woman. बूढ़े राहगीर ने महिला का ध्यान बटाते हुए कहा, एक बात कहूँ, बाड़े का दरवाज़ा कम चौड़ा है। अगर सामने वाली मोटी भैंस मर जाए तो फिर उसे उठाकर बाहर कैसे ले जाया जाएगा? The old traveler distracted the woman and said, Can I say one thing? The gate of the enclosure is not wide. If the fat buffalo in front dies, then how will it be lifted and taken out? महिला को इस व्यर्थ की कड़वी बात का बुरा तो लगा, पर वह यह सोचकर चुप रह गई कि बुजुर्ग है और फिर कुछ देर बाद जाने वाला है, इसके मुंह क्यों लगा जाए? The women felt bad about this unnecessary bitter thing, but she kept quiet, thinking that he is an old man and he is going to leave after some time. Why should I talk to him? उधर चूल्हे पर चढ़ी खिचड़ी आधी ही पक पाई थी कि वह महिला किसी काम से बाड़े से होकर गुजरी। The khichdi on the stove was only half cooked when the women passed by the courtyard for some work. इस बार बूढ़ा फिर उससे बोला, तुम्हारे हाथों का चूड़ा बहुत कीमती लगता है। यदि तुम विधवा होगे तो उसे तोड़ना पड़ेगा, ऐसे तो बहुत नुकसान हो जाएगा। This time the old man said to her again, The bangles on your hands seem very precious. If you become widow, you will have to break them. This will cause a huge loss. इस बार महिला से सहा न गया। वह भागती हुई आई और उसने बूढ़े के गमछे में अधपकी खिचड़ी उलट दी, चूल्हे की आग पर पानी डाल दिया, अपनी बटलोई छीन ली और बूढ़े को धक्के मारकर निकाल दिया। This time the woman could not tolerate it. She came running and poured the half-cooked khichdi in the old man's towel, poured water on the fire on the stove, snatched his pot and pushed the old man out. तब बूढ़े को अपनी भूल का एहसास हुआ। उसने माफ़ी मांगी और आगे बढ़ गया। Then the old man realized his mistake and he apologized and moved on. उसके गमछे से अधपकी खिचड़ी का पानी टपकता रहा और सारे कपड़े उससे खराब होते रहे। रास्ते में लोगों ने पूछा, यह सब क्या है? बूढ़े ने कहा, यह मेरी जीभ का रस टपका है, जिसने पहले तिरस्कार कराया और अब हंसी उड़वा रहा है। The water of the half-cooked khichdi kept dripping from his towel and all his clothes kept getting spoiled by it. On the way, people asked, What is all this? The old man said, This is the juice of my tongue, which first made me despise and now is making me laugh. Here we see this story depicts a brief but instructive incident between an old traveler and a woman. Its basic theme focuses on the consequences of improper and insensitive speech, which teaches that we should choose our words carefully, as they can hurt others and cause trouble for ourselves as well. A tired old traveler looks for a place to spend the night. A kind woman gives him a place to stay in her enclosure. This shows that the woman is kind and helpful in nature. The old man decides to cook khichdi in the morning and asks for pot from the women. Till here, this story is normal and positive, which shows human help and hospitality. While cooking khichdi, the old man starts a conversation with the women, but his words are inappropriate and insensitive. First, he talks about the width of the enclosure gate and the depth of the buffalo, which is not only meaningless but also unpleasant. The woman ignores this as she remains silent, considering the old man's age and temporary presence. This shows the woman's tolerance and understanding. The old man again makes another insensitive remark, this time about the woman's bangles, saying that she is a widow. This remark is not only inappropriate but also deeply insulting and personal. The woman is unable to control her emotions this time. In anger, she puts the old man's half-cooked khichdi in his towel, extinguishes the fire in the stove, and pushes him out of the enclosure. This shows that every person has a limit to his tolerance and it is difficult to bear insults again and again. The old man realizes his mistake and apologizes, but by then the damage is done. His clothes are ruined and people on the way make fun of him. The old man's final statement, "It is the juice of my tongue that has first caused contempt and now laughter," is the most important part of the story. It shows that his inappropriate and insensitive words, "the juice of my tongue," first insulted the woman, which caused her contempt, and now her condition is being ridiculed. It is a metaphor that shows how harmful uncontrolled speech can be. Our words have a deep impact on the feelings of others. Words spoken without thinking can be insulting and damage relationships. Every person has a limited tolerance. Repeated insensitive behavior can anger others, resulting in unpleasant events. The old man realizes his mistake, which is that while it is important to learn from mistakes and apologize, it is even more important to be cautious before making a mistake. The story's theme of bangles and widowhood is related to the Indian culture context, where bangles are an important symbol for married women. Such a comment is considered extremely insensitive as it challenges the women's marital life and honor. Elements such as khichdi, batloi, and gamcha reflect the simplicity of rural Indian life, making the story authentic and local. This story gives deep moral lessons through a simple incident. It teaches that we must exercise restraint and sensitivity in our words and behavior, because inappropriate speech not only hurts others but may also cause humiliation and harm to us ourselves.